Yo, yo, yo. What's good? And this is Profitable Paul. I'm back. This is the first of a continuous series that I'm about to start up. Weekly recaps. Eventually, we're gonna start to get into, live trading and stuff like that. And I'm gonna take you through, my day to day as a profitable trader, becoming more profitable in the Forex and futures market, mainly futures. But we're gonna start off. We're gonna do a review of the week of June 23rd to the 27th. So I'm starting off. I want to first start off by talking about how I got to this point. So as you can see, I'm on my seventh challenge account. All right, I started this on June 20th. But the reason how we got here, I was doing pretty well. As you can see, I closed this account negative 1400. I was doing pretty well on this account, and then I just kind of just blew up here towards the end. I had a couple somewhat profitable weeks. I was doing pretty good. So like right now I'm in the break even stage to be honest. Um, this is my fifth year trading, starting in 2020. But I've had periods where, I'll be consistent for about 6 months and I fall off. And starting in October 2023 is really when I started to pick up my trading again. I joined Dual Exchange, his mentorship group, and this last year or 2025 is when I really have started to lock in and understand, okay, this is my way out. This is what I need to do to, take myself to the next level and reach those heights that I know I can be in. So, of course, I've been playing around with these challenge accounts, but, you know, I know that this account that I'm on currently, the seventh account, this is going to be the one where I finally get a payout, start to compound and do stuff. But as you can see, I blew up on the 20th of June, and I just, did a refresh. And so now we on this seventh account. So I'm gonna take you through the trades that I took this week. Didn't trade on Monday. I trade, like I said, I trade with Dual. And so I take a majority of his trades that he calls out. Some of them I take on my own. And so it's gonna be a mix. So I didn't trade on Monday. Market wasn't looking good. Tuesday, 742. Wednesday, I took a trade on my own. Lost 126. Thursday, I think I took a loss with the exchange room. Then I was playing around by myself. Was able to profit. I think on these 2 days I had my biggest winning days ever. I think this was like 1.1K and this was like 1.3, but I was like already in the hole so much. So a little bit of over trading this week. Definitely breaking my trading plan, but we about to get into it all right here though. So, like I said, I also keep a Notion with all my trading stuff on here, so I'm able to keep up with it. On the 23rd, it was a no trading day. On the 24th, let's see what we did. The 24th, right here, this is all on gold, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, so we shorted gold. I had 8 micro contracts or mini contracts. I took a loss on that and then I loaded up and I got one contract of gold. So let's look what that looks like. So in this one right here, we're looking at this 5 minute demand underneath this other 5 minute demand up top. So we had a good breaker structure right here. Broke that swing, came up. We tapped inside of that 5 minute demand right here, kind of giving you like a 13 MA, one up, one down. So I entered right here. We go into a little bit of profit, and then he just kind of like wicks me out right here. So I took an L on this, and I think that was a small L, maybe like 200 something dollars. If I want to be $351 I lost on that one. And then I was like, I was already mad because I missed the original trade that Dora had called out in the group chat. So I kind of woke up with a little bit of FOMO. So then I'm still looking. This is the same exact trade. So this is where it kind of weaked me up right here. Then I saw that it was breaking back, right, giving that breaker candle. So I enter right here, and boom, we caught this amount. So this is like I was up 1.1K. So like I'm up 700 on this account right now. I'm feeling good. I caught this on my own. Boom, we go for it until Wednesday. Now Wednesday comes and I take another goal setup. I mainly trade gold. I like the way it's moving. It's been really good to us in the exchange room. So I've been kind of like focusing on that. I do trade SPX here and there, but it's not something that I am always trading, if you know what I mean. So I'm looking at this gold setup right here. Boom, we have a 5 minute demand right underneath the 13 EMA. We got the 50 and the 200 up top. Looking good, man. We breaking, we creating lower lows and everything. We get a tap back into the 5 minute demand. Going to break a candle right here. Um, Not much profit. Wicks to 13. I'm like, okay, let's see what it does. And right here, I'm pretty sure it got really close to the 101, but it didn't close, and then just shot up. And so I was just like, yeah, we're gonna close. This is a Wednesday. I only lost like, let's see, Wednesday, $126 loss. I'm like, okay, cool. We'll leave it at that. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, Wednesday. $126 loss. Now we get into Thursday. Now Thursday is one of those days where I completely crashed out. I don't even have pictures of it. That's how I know I crashed out because, typically what I like to do, I try to take a before and after setup, but it didn't happen on this one. And for this trade right here, let's see, we're going to Thursday. So I took a trade with the exchange room on Thursday. And to be honest, I really can't remember why we took this trade, but we were looking for a buy on this. Um, yeah, I took this with dual. I can't really remember why I took it. And that's a problem right there. If I don't understand why I took the trade, I probably shouldn't end up taking it. But yeah, I took it. We took a loss right here. And I think I went pretty heavy on this. I think I like risked like 300. So I lost 300 on this. And then on that same exact Thursday, I was, shit, a little spiteful, I'm gonna be honest. A little greedy. So I go and I look and I, try to find me another trade. So then I come here and I'm looking at this 13 MA breakout for a buy on gold. And so I enter, of course, right here we get the 13 MA pushing up, goes a little bit of profit, immediately comes spikes back down, and so I exit the position. So now I'm down about like, I don't even know. I'm down a good amount, but now I'm looking at it, I'm like, well, actually, we've already been in a downtrend for a minute. So then I think I pretty much switched my bias. Um, I switched my bias and we go for a sell on this. Right, so boom, we get that entry right here. I enter on this candle, go back in a little bit of drawdown. It holds on the 13 and then it just drops. So then I end up getting my 1-to-1. I risk heavy on this, so I put two contracts on this one. So I was up like 1600, or no, it was something like 14. But because I lost so much money that day already, I only won 398. And then fast forward to Friday. Friday was a day I traded on my own, and Friday has not been that good this year. And I'm one of the people that, you feel me, if you feel like it's not gonna be a good trading day, it's not gonna be a good trading day. You just have to look at the market for what it is. But historically, on Fridays, I, as well as Exchange Room, has not performed well. But regardless, right? So I come to the market, I see this 5 minute demand happening. What was this, a 13 MA breakout? We No, so I took a 13 MA breakout on this one. Right, so it formed a gap right here, but then it just drops down, which is a risk in itself, right? When it forms it leaves a gap, right? So then we get a 13 MA break right here on this candle. I enter on this candle right here, and immediately, a little bit in profit, but immediately stops me out. Goes back into that demand zone, and then taps this gap up here, this other 5 minute demand. So I'm looking at that. I'm like, okay, I already lost once trying to take this goal setup. So I'm like, why not? Let me do it again. So mess around, let it tap that 5 minute demand, but I don't get in on the break of candle right here. I'll wait till it breaks the 13 MA, and I try to catch the 13 MA break, but it doesn't hit my 101, goes back up and reverses and stop me out. Now, if I would have got on a break account on this, I would have won. But I was being a little bit more cautious because I already lost. So yeah, that's just how it goes. So I ended up losing 300 on the day. Now I'm still up on this account. We are currently sitting at 691. This is my first week trading. So when I come into the market on Monday, I'm one thing that I like to do on Mondays that I recently started doing, I'm not trading until after the open, right? That just gives the market a good time to cook up, right? This is also NFP week. We have 4th of July on Friday. So I'm gonna be lowering my risk this week, going in about 300, 200 per trade. I'm not gonna be trading by myself. I'm taking trades with Doyle, right? Trades that make sense to me. I'm gonna be documenting my trades that I take. That way I have better notes, and just reflecting on what I did this week that I need to work on. Trading after 9:30, meaning my because I'm in Central Standard Time zone. I trade from 7 to 9:30. Anything after 9:30, I shouldn't be taking any trades. If I already caught a trade, if I'm in a trade and it's still cooking, I'm gonna let it cook, let it do what it do. I FOMO mode heavy on Tuesday, but end up turning out to be my best trading day, or PR trading day. But that could have easily went against me, right? So I gotta understand that taking more than 2 trades a day. I had a couple days where I took like 4 or 3 trades. I'm a, 2 shots type of person, and I was risking heavy on some trades that I really didn't do a lot of due diligence on. So I got to really, lock in. It was a lot of um not hesitancy, but really like jumping the gun this week. So, we got to really tap into that. But other than that, man, this is going to be the first of my trading review series. Like I said, June 23rd to the 27th. So we're gonna be back with another, man. It's your boy Profitable Paul. Appreciate y'all tapping in. Peace.